Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a video all about the Victoria's Secret body sprays, fragrance mist, whatever you want to call them. This is something that's sort of following on from my Victoria's Secret perfume video I did a while ago, which I know you guys really liked and appreciated. So basically what I've done is I went on the Victoria's Secret website and I ordered every single fragrance mist on there. It cost many hundreds of pounds. This is how dedicated I am to you guys. So I'm going to take you through all of them, my impressions and what my favorites are. If you are new here, then welcome. We are all about perfumes here. I have hundreds of other videos all about perfume, so if you're a perfume fan like me, then do check them all out. And if you're regular but you haven't subscribed, then do hit that subscribe button and show your support. You know how much I really appreciate it, how much it means to me. And as always, I'll leave links down below to where you can get these in UK, Europe, US, Canada, Australia. So let's get into the perfume. So I get the impression from the website and everything that there are sort of core fragrances that are always there, and then there's sort of limited editions that come and go. So I ordered all of them that were available. There were a couple where they messaged to say they were out of stock, but I think I've got pretty much everything. I think when you think about Victoria's Secret, I know it's a little controversial, you know, them using very skinny models, sort of that unattainable beauty, but I have always loved Victoria's Secret ever since I first saw it in America, before it even came to the UK. I just love that whole girly pink vibe, and the smell of the Victoria's Secret shop, which of course smells like the fragrances, is just, I really associate with young, fun, positive female vibes of just like wearing sparkly underwear if you want to, or you know, wearing a really pink fragrance mist that smells like what Barbie would wear just because you want to. It for me is very feminine and not about appealing to men, and that smell really resonates with me. I love the smell of Victoria's Secret, and you know, I struggle to walk by one of their shops because the smell like lures me in, and now it has that powerful smell. So while I've been trying these, a lot of them do have that same smell of the shop, and so it made me immediately, the power of fragrance, you know, it transports you to the shop and that whole feeling. If you love the smell of Victoria's Secret shops, then I think you'll like these. And I have to say, in terms of longevity, I was pleasantly surprised. So I was a bit worried that because these are all like mists, they're going to be super diluted and last for like 5 minutes, and a lot of like fragrance mists are like that. But the most of these were really good at lasting. In fact, I even put a jumper on this morning after wearing it yesterday when I was trying them, and it still really smelled of the fragrance. So these actually are quite good value for money, I think. So anyway, let's get into it. So the one I'm going to start off with first is Pure Seduction. This is the one that comes up first on the website, and to me this is the most iconic of all of them. This is the one that smells like Victoria's Secrets, okay? It describes it on the website as fruity with plum and freesia, and to me it kind of reminds me a bit of Britney Spears' Midnight Fantasy and Original Fantasy, and I do feel like it's potentially my favorite. It smells at first sweet, but it's definitely a fruity sweetness. Most of these are very fruity, guys. So if you're like me and you love fruity fragrances, this is a bit of a match made in heaven. It has that same plummy note from Midnight Fantasy. I don't really get the freesia. I get a little bit of freesia. I do get a bit, but I mainly get these fruity notes. So of all of these, I think this is the most like Victoria's Secret smelling one, and it's the one that I'm probably going to be wearing the most now. It just smells like it looks, you know, it's bright pink, and that's what it smells like. And this one was one of the ones that was good for lasting. Like, I've sprayed it around here in my hair and I can keep smelling it. So definitely, as far as body mists go, this is like a 10 out of 10 for me. So I think in that like core collection of fragrances, we then have Love Spell, which is the purple one. This is Cherry Blossom, Fresh Peach, and Impossible to Resist, apparently. Again, it's a fruity floral. This one I found a bit more floral than Seduction, Pure Seduction. It's definitely half floral, half fruity. And I'd say it's a little bit more mysterious. It's slightly greener. It's the kind of thing I can imagine would be better at nighttime than daytime, but it's still quite fresh. It's like a tropical green cactus cactus plant with fruity smells, and then that floral, it has cherry blossom in, that maybe that's what's giving me that green vibe, but definitely a bit more mysterious. This is like the grown-up sister of Pure Seduction. We then have Velvet Petals, which is a light pink, and you know, you can see in the background it kind of has petals inside the bottle label. This says Lush Blooms Almond Glaze Made You Blush, and on the website it describes it as fruity gourmand with blooms and almond glaze. So this one I really liked. When I read the almond, I thought, oh, it's going to be really it's kind of heavy. It's not. It is warm and almondy. If you like Ellie Saab Shine, Girl of Now Shine, or Girl of Now, you'll like this. It's kind of like that with that almondiness. I think it would work well layering with that, but then it has again these kind of peachy fruity notes. I think again this definitely has that signature Victoria's Secret smell like Pure Seduction does, but perhaps it's a little bit more sexy. This could be quite nice actually when you're going to bed, if you're looking for something to spray after you've, you know, washed your face, done your teeth, you spray this. This has got that almond, is quite a calming scent. I find it's quite a cozy warm scent, so this would work well, you know, in autumn winter when you want something a bit more cozy, or perhaps at night time, because almond has a little bit of that softer sexiness to it. So again, I liked this and impressed at the longevity. We then have Midnight Bloom, which is a blue one. This one I found relatively light. It describes it as Moonflower, Creamy Wood, Starcrossed Lover. I found this the lightest of these signature ones. It's probably the most subtle, and it's kind of just like a fresh, just out the shower type feeling, like a very delicate floral, very clean floral. So this is kind of what I'd expect from a fragrance mist, just very simple, very light, very clean, but not as strong or fruity or sweet, so it doesn't last as long as the others I found. We then have Temptation, which comes in this sort of reddy bronzy colour. I thought this was going to be heavy, but it's not. It has a sort of orchid vibe to it. It describes it as gourmand with amber and sugar kisses, and on the back it says Luscious Apple, Desert Flower, so obsessed. On the website it describes it as fruity with apple and desert flower, and here it says Luscious Apple. Definitely get the apple if you like apple fragrances like DKNY Delicious. This is the one for you. This is an apple smell. It's very fresh apple. It's not too sweet. It's more that fresh citrus apple. And I found the branding a bit misleading because Temptation, I thought this was going to be a heavy, like an almond, vanilla, but it's not. It's red like a red apple. So nice, very, very fresh, but not as strong as some of the others. We then have this like Sunkissed range, which appears to be like a version of those original perfumes. So, you know, we have Velvet Petals, but Sunkissed. And these have these bronzy lids, and they're transparent. They don't have that big label at the back. So I guess these are like your holiday vacation type smells. So if we start with the Pure Seduction one, Pure Seduction Sunkissed. So just like the original Pure Seduction, I really liked this. In fact, I think I prefer it to original Pure Seduction because it's got a bit of coconut in. This would be perfect for going on vacation and going to a hot climate. It's got that real like vacation vibe. It says it's got tiare flower in, guava, Pure Seduction in the sun. It's definitely a hot weather smell. It's kind of like if you took the coconut from Coconut Fizz and Aqua Allegoria, or from Bronze Goddess, and then you mixed it with original Pure Seduction, then this is it. So it's just fun and fruity, and I'll definitely be taking this on my next vacation. So Velvet Petals. This one I didn't find that different to original Velvet Petals. It basically, it says it has some solar notes in and kiwi. I do get a bit of the kiwi, but it's kind of similar to the original. If you have Velvet Petals, then this isn't going to be that different. If you're looking for something with a lot of kiwi in, kiwi's quite rare in fragrances, then this is kind of the kiwi one. We have then Love Spell Sunkissed, the purple one. This one I really liked. It has a slightly plasticky, vinyl-y sense to it, which reminds me of like toys, you know, like what Barbie would wear. It says it has nectarine, sandalwood, love spell in the sun. I really get the nectarine. I think maybe it's the nectarine that's giving me those plasticky smells. This is probably my second favorite after the Pure Seductions, the love spell Sunkissed version. Really like nectarine, so fresh. Lastly, from the Sunkissed range, there's Bare Vanilla Sunkissed. This I just tried this morning and it's really vanilla. In fact, it's too vanilla-y for me, and I like my vanillas. So this literally is like a vanilla icing, vanilla cake. Very sweet, warm, intense vanilla, really strong for lasting. So if you like those heavy vanilla perfumes like Hypnotic Poison, like Dolce & Gabbana The One, then this you will like, and it will be good for layering with them, because this Bare Vanilla is super vanilla-y. Okay, so now we move on to this range of like fruity ones, citrus kind of holiday ones. There's a couple, they come in these slightly different bottles. So if we start with Melon Sorbet, which is the pink one here, I found in general that these were lighter than the original ones. This does smell like melon sorbet. If you went and got a gelato, went and got a sorbet and had melon, that's what this smells like. It's nice. It calls it sugared watermelon, strawberry leaves, irresistibly cool. This is definitely, and I think pretty much all of these in this range are the kind of thing that if you're just super hot or it's super humid and you want something like that's just going to cool you down, these are the type of things that you'd use, like a fragrance, yeah, fragrance mist, I guess. So it's more like for the feeling it gives you than the longevity and the smell, because I found that the strength was not as strong and the longevity was not as strong as the originals. But if you are in very hot climates and you want something perhaps you're just going to carry around with you and keep spraying when you feel really hot, perhaps when you get out the shower or something, then these would be nice. So this is your melon one. There's then Citrus Chill, which is a really nice citrus. It says Sparkling Tangelo, Frozen Sunshine. This is probably the most citrusy one. Well, it's called Citrus Chill, what can you expect? It feels like it has those lemons and orange smells in. So if you like your Dolce & Gabbana light blue, you like your citrusy perfumes, then this is, yeah, it's a citrus body spray basically. The Coconut Granita one was a little bit stronger. This has coconut and pineapple in. Again, pineapple quite rare to find in a fragrance. Overall, I find it's more pineapple than it is coconut. So if you love pineapple, then get this before it's discontinued, because this is a true pineapple body spray. And then lastly, Tropical Spritz with guava, solar notes in. Again, it calls it Paradise on Ice. This is definitely that guava green fresh smell. It's a floral guava, so this is very pretty, innocent, fresh guava with fresh, it feels like a kind of tiare flower, like fresh tropical flower smell. So again, very refreshing. So I then have these four, which are kind of named after different tropical locations. So first of all, we have Santorini, which is in a Greek island, and this is called Neroli Water. This is a really beautiful smell, very refreshing. It's that lemon trees, neroli. It is very refreshing. Again, this would be great for hot climates. It's a slightly green lemony scent, and yeah, that sort of blueness of it is just so calming. I think it says Neroli Water, Butterfly Lily, Cobalt Santorini Seas. Yeah, this is definitely like the smell of the ocean with that lemoniness, kind of like your Dolce & Gabbana light blue type smell. Then we have Capri, Lemon Leaves. Capri, of course, is in Italy. Now this has quite an oceanic vibe to it, this one, quite aquatic. It says it has lemon leaves in. I get the greenness, I don't really get the lemon, but I get a lot of the sort of fresh ocean type smell, almost salty. So if you like your oceanic smells, your Izzy Miyake, L'Eau d'Izzy, then this is the kind of thing you'd like from Victoria's Secret. We then have Saint Tropez Beach Orchid. This is orchid with coral honeysuckle, so it's quite floral, it's quite pretty, it's not fruity. None of these in this kind of range were really that fruity. So it doesn't have that sort of signature Victoria's Secret smell. None of these ones that are named after beaches do. They're more like a fresh, breezy smell. But this is probably the most floral from that, but it's still got that fresh sea breeze to it. And then lastly we have barley, coconut palm. It says coconut nectar, fresh pineapple. So this is a bit similar to the coconut granita one. Again, it smells like pineapple more than it does coconut. In fact, this is almost identical to the coconut granita one. And then lastly, there's this range that have these white labels, and I guess these are all about a particular feeling because they all have names. We've got balance, calm, and refresh. So if we start with refresh, green pear and citrus. This is a really nice citrus. That's like a lemon sherbet citrus. That's my kind of citrus right there. It says, hit refresh with the scent of green pear and citrus, botanical inspiration, pure invigoration. Yeah, this is almost like an aromatic lemon, like going to a spa and they've got those lemony smells. I really like that. I'd say it's more calming than it is refreshing. Then we have balance, pomegranate and lotus. This one, loads of pomegranate. This one reminds me of Pure Seduction. It's sweet. This is nice. This is probably my favourite from these because of that sweet pomegranate. It says find balance with the scent of pomegranate and lotus, botanical inspiration, sheer rejuvenation. This is a typical Victoria's Secret type smell. Like, I wouldn't really say it was balanced, I'd say it was more fun and fruity. But yeah, like this. If you like your typical Victoria's Secret smell, this is like that. Then last but by no means least, we have calm, coconut milk and rose. Feel calm with the scent of coconut milk and rose, botanical inspiration, true relaxation. This isn't that coconutty. I get more the milky rose. It's a very pretty, very delicate rose, like a rose water. Think Miss Dior Rose and Roses, that kind of thing. So yeah, very pretty. The coconut's misleading there. It's more rosy. Okay, so that's it. That's all the ones that they sent me. Overall, I have to say, really fun, really nice. They've clearly put thought into them. It's not like just I'll just throw whatever together and sell it with the Victoria's Secret logo. They are actually all pretty smells, and I definitely think if you're on a budget, you know, these are really affordable. Like, it tends to vary, but I think they're about £10, sometimes less, and you really do get that signature Victoria's Secret smell. So there's no need to go and buy, you know, the £60 eau de parfum when you could get one of these to have that same feeling. Perhaps you just would need to top it up more often, but you're getting a massive size anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I think the size is good. The bottles feel thick and quality. You know, it's like quite a thick plastic, and then this lid is big and heavy and it's magnetized, so it kind of snaps itself shut almost. And it's got the detailing around the bottom. Like, they don't look cheap and tacky, they look high-end and nice, but in a very fun, girly way. So they're all 250 millilitres, which is 8.4 fluid ounces if you're in America and haven't got with the metric system yet. So yeah, really nice, really impressed, and they just make you feel positive like Victoria's Secret does. So yeah, let me know what your favourites are, guys. Have you tried any of these? Which ones do you wear? And of course, I'm sure there's lots that have been discontinued that I haven't had here, and I'm sure lots more will keep coming out, as Victoria's Secret's always bringing out new smells. But yeah, let me know what you think, and if you haven't watched my Victoria's Secret perfume video, I'll leave that link down below. But that's it, guys, so thanks so much for watching. As always, really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.